Hello viewers, welcome to another fresh episode of In Conversation with Swapnil Bharali. I'm Swapnil Bharali, editor of G+, and I'm here today with His Excellency, the Governor of Assam, Professor Jagdish Mukhi. It's very good to meet you, Your Excellency. You are a professor. What did you teach, sir? Where did you teach?
I was a teacher in the Department of Commerce. And my specialization is in the field of finance. It was Shahid Bhagat Singh College, Commerce College it is, a good Delhi Government College.
You've been a very decorated Minister of Planning. You've won a lot of elections. So can we have a brief background of your political career?
During my college, I got elected as President of the Students' Union in 63-4 in Rajasthan. And thereafter I studied in Delhi, Shri Ram College of Commerce, SRCC. And I passed out from there in 1967, joined RBI for some time, but I resigned and joined as a teacher immediately thereafter.
So you were a passionate teacher all the time. Teaching was the chosen profession for you. Was it like that?
I contested all the elections along with my teaching, mostly. Because in the university, teachers are allowed to contest election. Only thing is that once you get elected, you have to proceed on leave without pay. If you accept a post of a ministerial post or speaker, then you are treated as public servant. You cannot draw salary from the university. But if you are simple MLA, MP or something, then you could pull on both. And I was in that category. But in the last two elections, I had to leave, of course.
It's been almost 3 years that you came in as the Governor of Assam. I believe it was 10th October 2017. So, Your Excellency, can I ask you a question directly? Do you think you have been able to establish a connect with the Assamese people or the people from Assam?
Certainly, language has been a problem with me. I cannot understand it. But it is in my nature, I want to be in the public. Always. And when I started my visits of the districts, I visited all the 33 districts within 10 months. I stayed over there. I had taken 5 meetings in every district, monitoring the major development plans of the central government, flagship program of the Prime Minister. I monitored myself. I had taken 1 meeting every district with security agencies. 1 meeting it was the press and medias. 1 meeting which was the persons who are working with the public, political parties, religious organizations, cultural organizations, linguistic organizations, students organizations, all I invite over there. There I visited 5 places must for me. 1 college of the district, 1 school of the district, 1 village of the district, 1 office complex of the district, 1 hospital of the district. I visited all. You can understand how much connection I got within 10 months.
So which district kind of impressed you the most, or is there anything you can mention about that?
Now, every district is different angle. My perception was all the programs which have been meant for the poor, let everything reach to the last man. I am happy that with my monitoring at that level has helped a lot. And especially I made it a point that every hospital I have visited, 33 hospitals I have visited, sanitation point of view, I have seen that. I had found in the hospitals, there is some system like that, attendants of the patient, not 1, half a dozen, along with their baggages, they are sitting along with the patient. I stopped all this. And for that purpose, we manage the funds also. We manage 1 room outside the entry level, all visitors to be stopped over there. Wherever there was a scope to improve upon, that we tried. Being a public man in my life I have been, I have been going up to the level, monitoring many things personally.
Let's talk about the Borland Territorial Council.
Yeah.
So, the governor's rule that has been imposed there. So I was just wondering if you can just explain to me why exactly the state government chose to impose the governor rule instead of giving an extension to the council?
It's not my decision. I cannot comment. It's the government decision. My point is only that from 27th April, I have been given the charge of that BTC area, and it becomes my duty, which I am performing very nicely, that I am to give an opportunity to all the public over there, because once a governor rule is there, normal problem public faces is हम कहाँ जाएं जी, हमारा कोई elected व्यक्ति नहीं है जी, like this. That I removed right from the day one. I have put up complaint boxes everywhere. I have started public hearings by our senior officers in their offices Monday and Thursday, 11 to 12. Every officer will be in his seat, and any public person can come and have a direct touch with them.
Yes, sir. You are a very proactive governor, so to say. As an administrator, we've seen, you visited the area when things were not very healthy, so to say, and we were here wondering कि अभी कोरोना चल रहा है, senior citizen है, he is personally going there, so we were kind of slightly worried.
That's my duty to see. If there were some floods were going on, I am sitting here, what for I am that case? I visited flood affected areas, erosion affected areas, and I have visited the camps over there, personally monitoring that everything is available there. In the administration, what pays is ultimately your strong monitoring.
And the bureaucracy that is sitting there, are you satisfied with the quality of work they are doing, the level of work and commitment that you expected them? Is that okay, the bureaucracy so far?
There is a lot of improvement that you can find out from the public. There is a good response from the bureaucracy to the public queries and public remarks. Model code of conduct is there.
Yes.
We cannot have any major new project started. So I have started monitoring all ongoing projects for which I am working very hard. I want to assure that once elected government comes, any day it means government, I would be in a position to give them beautifully powerful administrative system. I will hand over to them.
Would you say that this historic Borland Accord that has been signed, that's designed or that would bring lasting peace to the region? Would you say that?
Definitely, I am sure. And our government central government is committed to implement this accord in toto, and this will have a far-reaching impact for this area.
So, two things now. Elections are due. Obviously, elections are due. At the same time, there's this COVID situation there. Yeah. The Minister of State for Health has come in for a bit of flack for holding public rallies there, from the BJP side. So, ये क्या हो रहा है अभी? What would you reckon, or what would you be able to tell us about the forthcoming elections, when it might happen, anything from your side?
No, I cannot say, because it is not in my hands. It is in the hands of the government and the election commissioner, state election commissioner. But I, as an administrator over there, am to ensure that whatever the direction from the election commission should be complied with.
Can you just detail on a particular project which is, say, suppose, doing well? Or
I was told there are deforestation of the forest area to a great extent. They have illegal tree cutting going on all along there. I took the forest department to task, and I told them not a single tree shall fall from today onwards, and I ensured it. And I put a blanket ban on transport of wood in any form in that area. Tree felling is totally off today. Same is true about illegal sand mining. Both are checked, 100% checked. I planned that 40 lakhs new plants shall be planted in that areas. I myself went for planting every time, and you will be glad that not only we completed 40 lakhs plantation, it was 2 lakhs more than that we completed. We involved the public also. I gave a slogan, one who treats himself as a resident of Bodoland area, he must plant minimum 5 plants. And every government servant in that area must plant 10 plants. And government, we have arranged for the plants, whether you want medicinal plant, ordinary plants, fruit plants, or flower plants, all we have given it. We have distributed tractors, which was pending. We cannot have show shall or something because the model code of conduct is there. We have started the new works in that also. And wherever it was needed, we have taken the permission from the election commission to start the work. Manrega scheme, where local persons are employed given. That's a very popular scheme. I ensured all those migrant labor which had come from the different states, we registered them in that scheme. And they have been given jobs over there.
One last question, sir.
Yeah.
Your son Atul Mukhi. So does he have political aspirations?
Not at all. He is into the business. He is an engineer by profession, studied from Bangalore, and then he did his MBA, and he is doing his own.
Some very light questions, personal questions. So, आप vegetarian खाते हैं, non-vegetarian खाते हैं?
Vegetarian.
You are complete vegetarian.
Yeah.
Okay, so Assamese cuisine you must have surely had. What do you think about Assamese cuisine?
Question is, here our life is isolated. I am in the Raj Bhavan. Cooks are there. Many sweets and many things.
Pithas and all.
Pithas are. We have enjoyed.
So, इसके बाद क्या होने वाला है? What do you reckon is your future?
Read the second part of the oath, where he said, I will do everything in the welfare of the state, welfare of the Assamese. And in that welfare, I am doing all this.
And you have complete support of the ministry. I'm not trying to put in a political question, but you have complete support of the ministry and the government. They look up to you as a guiding light.
I have no complaint at all, not at all.